Across the globe, ancient sites whisper riddles that defy explanation. Science measures their stones. Legends speak of giants and wizards. But what do we really know? Today, we separate fact from fiction, exploring what archaeologists agree on, what they've debunked, and what remains utterly unexplained. The Nazca people created these massive geoglyphs between 200 BCE and 500 CE by removing dark surface stones to reveal lighter soil beneath. The most widely accepted theory among archaeologists, these were ritual pathways for ceremonies related to water and fertility. Supporting this, many lines point toward distant mountains where rain originated, crucial in this arid region. The animal figures likely represented sacred spirits or constellations. The hummingbird may symbolize a rain deity, the monkey perhaps a symbol of the Amazon, a source of life-giving water. Now, what about those alien theories, the idea that these were alien runways? Completely debunked. No physical evidence supports extraterrestrial involvement. The Nazca people had the technology, simple stakes and ropes, to create these designs without outside help. But the star map theory? That's more nuanced. Some researchers, like Maria Reicher, believed the lines were a giant celestial calendar, aligning with solstices and stars. While intriguing, most archaeologists now argue the alignments are too inconsistent to be precise astronomical tools. And here's a darker theory. Could these lines have been part of a ritual sacrifice? Human remains and severed trophy heads have been found near the geoglyphs. Were these offerings to appease the gods during droughts? Were the lines themselves sacred pathways to the afterlife? Why depict marine creatures like orcas and fish in a place with no ocean access? Did the Nazca believe in a mythic flood? Or did they once live near the sea and carry those memories inland? The desert keeps its secrets. Stonehenge continues to challenge archaeologists. The strongest consensus, it served multiple purposes over its 1,500-year construction period. Part burial ground, part ceremonial site, part astronomical calendar. We know it contained cremated remains of over 150 people. We know the solstice alignment is intentional. The blue stones from Wales likely had special significance, perhaps believed to have healing properties. Some researchers even suggest the stones were chosen for their acoustic qualities, ringing when struck like lithophones. What's been debunked? Merlin's involvement, obviously, also largely dismissed. The 1960s theory that it was an ancient computer. While the astronomical alignments are real, they're not precise enough for detailed calculations. But why haul stones 140 miles from Wales? One theory suggests a spiritual pilgrimage. The blue stones were sacred, imbued with ancestral power. Another proposes a political statement, a unifying monument for scattered tribes. And some believe it was a healing center, drawing the sick from across Europe. The unanswered questions: why rebuild it repeatedly over centuries? And why does it possess such remarkable acoustic properties? Was it designed to amplify chants or something else? Could it have been a portal in the minds of its builders? Not of space, but of spirit? If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Support our channel and join the journey into the world's greatest ancient mysteries. Easter Island's giants have puzzled explorers for centuries. The accepted theory: they represent deified ancestors, carved and transported to protect villages. The 2012 walking experiment proved how 18 people could move a 10-ton replica using only ropes, a technique rooted in oral tradition. The Moai walked upright. The most plausible explanation for their transportation, a combination of walking, sliding and rolling techniques. What's been debunked? The idea that aliens helped move them. There's zero evidence, also questionable, that they used elaborate wooden sleds. Experiments show this would have required more wood than the island ever had. Now, what about the population collapse? The classic theory says overpopulation and resource depletion led to war, cannibalism and societal collapse, but modern research challenges this. By 1770, Spanish explorers counted 3,000 people. Just 4 years later, Cook found only 600. What changed? The answer: European contact. In the 1800s, Peruvian slave raiders took over 1,500 islanders. Those who returned brought smallpox. By 1877, the population had plummeted to just 111. Was it self-destruction or colonial devastation? And the long ears versus short ears war? Oral legend tells of a massacre in a burning ditch. Skeletal studies show variation in ear shape, but no evidence of mass violence. It may be myth, or a distorted memory of real conflict. The enduring mystery? What really happened? Was it civil war, ecological collapse, or something more spiritual? Did they believe the mana, the sacred energy, had left the stones? When Europeans arrived, the Moai were already fallen, a civilization in transformation or tragedy. Carnac's 3,000 standing stones represent one of archaeology's greatest puzzles. The prevailing theory, they formed processional pathways leading to burial mounds and ceremonial sites. Supporting this, excavations have revealed tombs and burial goods nearby. The mathematical spacing suggests intentional design, likely related to ancestral veneration or territorial marking. UNESCO recently recognized the site as a World Heritage Treasure, calling it an exceptional testimony to the technical sophistication of Neolithic communities. What's been debunked? The idea of ancient energy grids or ley lines. No scientific evidence supports these claims. Also dismissed that they were built by the Nephilim, biblical giants. And yes, the local myth that Merlin turned a Roman legion into stone, pure legend. But a persistent one, the celestial theory, intriguing. The grand menhir breeze, once the largest standing stone ever erected, may have been aligned with the winter solstice sunset. Other stones may mark lunar events, but unlike Stonehenge, the alignments aren't consistent enough to confirm a full astronomical function. Some researchers now believe the Carnac alignments reflect a sophisticated understanding of geometry, possibly even early use of the Pythagorean theorem centuries before Pythagoras. Was this a land management system, a symbolic representation of social order, or a monument to a forgotten cosmology? The mysteries that remain. Why this precise arrangement over 2.5 miles? Why were some stones deliberately moved or reused centuries later? And why does local folklore insist these are petrified Roman soldiers? The stones stand in silence, but their message echoes through time. Laos's plain of jars has finally yielded some answers. The consensus theory, these were secondary burial sites, ossuaries where bones were stored after decomposition elsewhere. Excavations by Dr. Louis Chewan's team confirmed this, uncovering human remains, beads, and burial goods. We know they date from 500 BCE to 500 CE. We know they're associated with Iron Age cultures. The stone sources have been identified, and carving techniques understood. Each jar was carved from a single block of sandstone or granite, not molded or baked. And what's been debunked? The giant's wine theory, no residues support this. Also unlikely that they were rainwater collectors. Most lack drainage. The alien theories, pure fantasy with no evidence. But here's a twist. Some jars show carvings of human figures and animals. Could they represent the deceased? Or deities guiding souls to the afterlife? And why create thousands of jars when only 5% contain remains? Perhaps most were symbolic, markers of lineage or offerings to the dead. Why continue adding jars over 1,000 years? What do the carvings mean? And why are some jars found in clusters, others miles apart? We've seen where science provides answers and where it reaches its limits. These sites remind us that ancient people were both practical engineers and spiritual visionaries. The greatest lesson? Perhaps we need both science and stories to understand our past. The facts tell us how they built. The legends suggest why they built. And the mysteries, they remind us how much we have yet to learn. Which theory resonates with you? The practical explanations of archaeology, the poetic truths of legend? Or do you believe the answers lie somewhere in between? Share your thoughts below. Until next time, stay curious, stay awesome.